All right. This is going to be a good one today. Just let me know when we're live.
We are live, sir.
Oh. Hey, everybody. Howdy. I'm glad to see you here. My name is Rob. First of all, today, we want to congratulate Dennis Hummel. You won the iPad yesterday, and we'd love to ship that out to you. So look me up on Facebook at Rob Booker Trader. Send us a message on Facebook. Let us know your address. And if you want a certain color of iPad, let us know that within the next, hour or so. Otherwise, we're just going to send you a gold one because you're gold to us. We love you. All right. Glad to see everybody here. I'm super excited to tell you a trading story today. And to get things started, we want to do another contest today. We're just giving away iPads, which I think is amazing. It makes me feel good. It makes you feel good. I don't know. It's a lot of fun. So leave a comment below and let us know where you're from. Say hello. Say whatever. Just say hello. Let us know where you're from, where you're watching from. We're always happy to hear from you and love the crap out of you. We're doing all of these videos in preparation for the brand new class that's coming next week. The brand new class, the brand new indicator, the brand new dashboard and scanner for NinjaTrader, TradeStation, MetaTrader, Thinkorswim. I am thrilled about this. And if you jump over to the ghostpivots.com website, you can get on the early bird list for information. The class opens on Tuesday. This is a big deal. I don't do anything like this but once every 2 years or so. And I am planning on meeting with the 100 people in this class in Hawaii later this year. And if you can't make it to Hawaii, you can just watch videos. Maybe we'll just get one of those Sling Studios, Nate, and we'll just broadcast it. But there will be 100 spots open for that class and for that indicator, for that dashboard and scanner. And the reason we're doing this video, shameless pitch, I want you to be in that class. I want to personally invite you to do that. And as part of this whole launch of this class, I'm providing a bunch of training on one simple strategy that works. And every day this week, we've been talking about a simple life strategy or trading strategy that makes a significant, awesome difference in our lives. And today, I want to share the story of my biggest trade. Now, my biggest trade was preceded by my worst trade that I took. Now, in 2010, I was managing money as a commodities trading advisor. I was a regulated commodities trading advisor. I am not a regulated commodities trading advisor anymore. After Dodd-Frank was passed, it would cost me 1,257 million imperial credits per day in order to have a compliance staff to keep up with that law. So I was no longer a commodities trading advisor. But at the time, I was managing about $8 million in a small currency fund. I was a guaranteed commodities trading advisor with a certain broker in the US. I was stressed out all the time. Managing money was not easy and it was not fun. And I was thinking about all the different ways that I could grow this account and keep the investors happy, and I was constantly stressed out. I was up in the middle of the night. I was thinking about it all the time. And when I was concentrating on grinding out this profit, I mean, like just every day, just sitting in front of the computer for hours and hours and hours, I was holding on to losing trades longer than I should. I was taking trades of a size that was bigger than I should be taking. I was following multiple trading strategies. And as part of all of that, I took the biggest loss that I had ever taken until that time. And it was on the Swiss franc. And this was on the US dollar Swiss franc. And I was heartbroken. I was disappointed in myself. Now, out of $8 million, a $40,000 loss, not the end of the world, but numerically, it blew my mind. I was outrageously upset with myself and disappointed in myself. And I thought, after all these years, after producing a huge amount of income from the magic carry trade that I talk about in the book, Adventures of a Currency Trader, after producing all that revenue, after having all of that success, after having written this book, after touring around the world, I took this loss publicly because I was managing for other people and all of that stuff was public and transparent. And it might have even been more than 40. I don't remember exactly what the number is. I can look up the stuff later and maybe we can have a big long chat about it. But I was really disappointed in myself. Now, I don't know if you've ever been in that same position where you end up doing something that you regret and you don't feel so great about yourself, or you've let people down, or whatever it is. Like, we've all been there. And if you haven't been there, then welcome to my YouTube channel. I'll just turn it over to you from here on out. So in this state of mind where I was really disappointed in myself and really disappointed in my performance, and I knew I could do better, and I was grinding out the day-to-day strategy or whatever, I went for a run. And I went for a run because I wanted to exhaust my body. I wanted to wear myself out. I wanted to just sweat this disappointment and pain out of my system. And during that run, I remember being on the soccer field in Mission Viejo, California, running along and just, into mile 2 or mile 3, because I'm not a runner, just feeling like I was going to just lose my breakfast all over the place. And it occurred to me during that run, when I had exhausted my mind, exhausted my body, sweated all that disappointment out of myself, it occurred to me that the answer wasn't working harder. Hard work is important, and we, just like Grandpa used to say, when I was a kid, okay, hard work's important, but that wasn't getting me anywhere. That wasn't going to get me past that wasn't going to get me over the hump. That wasn't going to bring that money back. And I had this sudden realization that thinking bigger was what I needed to do. Now that sounds odd, especially at a time when I'd just taken a big loss. It seems mentally that the trading guru should tell you, now you sit back and you take a deep breath and you don't do any trading and you take a bunch of Valium and you go get some therapy and you switch to drinking. I don't know, whatever. Switch to just drinking. Just switch to drinking. That'll be the answer. But it occurred to me that it was thinking bigger, even way bigger, that was going to make the difference or help me recover from that loss. And I have a belief, and this is the central lesson of this video today, that when you think bigger, you make radically awesome improvements. Now, can I get an amen or a heck yeah from everybody here on YouTube if you're having a good time? And Nate, if people are having a good time, just let me know that people are having a good time. Let me know in the comments. Say hello, say, yeah, Rob, thinking in a radically awesome new way sounds like a good plan.
Got an amen.
Got an amen. All right, that's all I wanted. This is the point. Let me just say, this is the point of the presentation today, that thinking bigger, even way bigger, was my answer. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, instead of like shrinking down and going into my cave and feeling all scared and helpless and retreating from the market, you know how this feels, right? Instead of all of those reactions that I had had in the past, I thought, wait a minute, I'm going to make a radically awesome improvement. I'm not going to just get that loss back. I'm going to get way more than that loss back. I'm not just going to recover from this disappointment. I'm going to go and swing way to the other side. Now, I remember the exact moment in time when I was on this run and it just struck me like a bolt of lightning or the voice of, whatever. It struck me that I could just see it in my mind before it happened, before it had taken place. I could see in my mind a British pound Swiss franc trade. And I just said out loud, I remember saying it out loud, and I was running along and I said out loud, I'm going to make $164,000 from the British pound Swiss franc. I'm going to make $164,000 from the British pound Swiss franc. Now, I had no right to talk like that at the time. I mean, I just experienced a big loss. I had just broken a bunch of trading rules. But by thinking bigger, see, this is the problem. What most of us are doing on a regular basis is we're saying, this year I'm going to do better than last year. And I'm going to basically use all of my experiences from last year, and I'm going to get better. So what are my lessons that I learned in 2017? I read on a blog somewhere that I should write on all the lessons that I learned. And then we're sitting down and we're taking notes and we're thinking about our past and we're thinking about all of our mistakes and we're thinking about all of our successes. And I say, oh, just forget that. Just forget it. Just drop it. Say, 2018 is a blank slate. I have no past. I mean, I have a past. Great. Good for you. We all have a past. Let's leave our behind in the past. Let's just dump it behind us. And now let's just say, totally brand new, clean slate, $164,000, just something outrageous. And in order to think about $164,000, I had to radically change everything. I had to drop all the stuff that I was doing in the way that I was doing it. I had to say, that's it. Whatever, I'm not just going to make incremental little, I have to change the way I think about taking losses, taking trade size, and everything else. And I made some decisions right in that moment. I'm going to make some notes here. I made a decision to start smaller. All right, come on, start smaller. I made a decision to stack trades. So add to my winners. I made a decision that if the next trade that I took on this British pound Swiss franc business, if that went against me, if that didn't start to move in my favor, it was gone. I'm gonna blow it up. I don't care. I'm breaking up with you, British pound Swiss franc. It's not me, it's you. I don't like the way that you chew with your mouth open, British pound Swiss franc. I didn't like it when you insulted my grandmother, British pound Swiss franc. I said, I'm just gonna be mean to the financial instruments that I'm trading. I'm just gonna be dismissive of them. Hey, if you don't do what I want, then forget you. I'm not gonna serve you. You serve me. And I made this just giant change in my thinking. And I took this trade on the British pound Swiss franc, and it didn't work. I closed it out. Didn't work. Closed it out. It worked. And then I remember over the next 2 weeks, I remember just every time it would go up, every time it made it, I just bought more of it. I just bought it and bought it and bought it and bought it. And then on one Thursday morning oh, we got UPS here. Hold on just a second. Video thing. Thanks a lot.
Take care.
No, you too. Got all of our new stuff. We got our new camera that's going to be hooked up for YouTube Live. What else did we get delivered? Oh, the new router so our internet actually works. Okay. Oh, man, I left you at the really good part of the story. So I'm sitting here at the end of 2 weeks, and I'm just stacked to the hilt in a winning trade. And it's like 90,000, 95,000, 97,000. And I can remember exactly where I remember making dinner one night and thinking, oh, I got to close this trade. And I could just feel every part of my body like revolting, that all of my past experiences in trading were like, close it. Like I would hold on to a loss, but I would never hold on to a win long enough. And I remember my whole body was like, no, we're being pulled back by your past. Like, that's it. Like, come back to the way you used to do things. And I was like, and I remember even in the middle of the night just grinding my teeth, like waking up, grinding my teeth, saying, I'm going to push through this and I'm going to be this new person to hold on to this trade for my big win. And I woke up on a Thursday morning, 2010, 2011, whatever the year was. And I woke up in the morning and I got an alert on my phone that Jordan, the head of the Swiss National Bank, they were doing their interest rate announcement, blah, blah, blah. And I just felt this deep, horrible sense of fear. Like, this is not going to go well. You got to get out of this trade before this news event. You ever hear this thing? Like, get out before the news? And I don't know where all this came from. It was like Rocky Balboa waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and drinking raw eggs or whatever else. And I said, no way. I'm not doing it. 15 minutes later, whatever the heck this guy said, the British pound Swiss franc just launched up higher. My trade got to $164,000. I closed that trade. It was over. It went way past that, but I got into this number that I had decided in my head. Now, the point of this story is that when you think bigger, way bigger, you make radically awesome improvements. Think of the difference between saying, I'm going to stop, and then you list some bad habit that you have. And then you're just forcing yourself and grinding, and you're just really trying hard. You're expending effort, as opposed to saying something like, I'm the kind of person that hangs on to a winning trade until it makes $100,000. I'm a different person. My identity has changed. I mean, your past is yours, your future is yours, as Dan Sullivan says. It's all yours. Whatever happens in the future is totally up to you. You could be whatever you want. You could do whatever you want this year. So, what did I do to make that trade? Well, strangely enough, how about it? I didn't even know it at the time. I didn't know a ghost pivot from a sack of coal. I didn't know anything about ghost pivots. Inadvertently, what I was doing was I was taking a trade to an upcoming monthly pivot point. And I didn't even know I was doing it. I was entering a trade at the right time of the month, and I was stacking into that trade as it moved closer to a target that I wasn't even aware of. But I am now. And I built a total course for teaching you how I'd made that trade and, like the trades I made yesterday that we sat together as a group and we took together. And that's called the Ghost Pivots course. And if you go to ghostpivots.com, you're going to get on the early bird list. And on Tuesday, you're going to find out about the indicator, the scanner, the dashboard, all the classes. Everything's going to be up and ready for you. And I did it for you because I love you and I love doing these videos. I love telling these stories. And I love doing it enough that I want to get all of you on the early bird list. I want to get all of you excited about the class. Now, we're going to make this class, and I said this yesterday, but Nate told me, Rob, don't say there's going to be 100 people in this class if you're going to take 300 people in this class. Don't say it's going to be 100 if it's going to be 200. Nate's an honest guy. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds reasonable, Nate. Let's just say 100, and let's keep it at 100. Although if it's more than 100, that would be a lot more money. So here's what we're going to do. I want you to be one of the 100 in this class. We're even printing up these black membership cards for each person. Joe Baldoff, my favorite graphic designer in the world, is working on it. And I want you to be one of the 100. So let me know below. Say, hey, Rob, I'm interested in being one of the 100. I'm interested in that. Let me know in the comments below. And we are going to select a winner at random today, again, because we love you. We'll select a winner at random, and we'll announce the winner, probably Nate, on Monday when we come back. We'll announce the winner on Monday of the person who wins the next iPad. Steve sent us a picture of himself holding the iPad yesterday. I didn't want to put his picture up on here, but just let us know you're in. Let us know you're interested. Let me know, and we'll save a spot for you, and we'll let you know. It's all about one simple strategy that works, that's repeatable, that's consistent, and that helps you make the radical improvements that you need to make 2018 great. And then maybe we'll get together in Hawaii. That just seems to me to be the greatest idea that I've had in a very long time. I love you all. Thank you for being here. I can't wait to see you again on Monday. And bye for now. All right.